Hello, buongiorno. I don't even know why I said that. G'day, welcome to Aussie, Moto and Outdoors. Thank you once again for joining me. A mate of mine gave me some criticism the other day. He said, Cam, you are too pro YZF Yamaha R3. And so look, while I believe that it is probably most likely the best beginner or small CC motorcycle you can get, there are things that could be slightly better on it. So what we're doing today is the top 5 things I don't like about my 2022 YZF Yamaha R3.
Aussie, Moto and Outdoors.
Alright, the top 5 things that Yamaha could have done better with the YZF-R3. Now this is a 2022 model, perhaps some of these issues have been resolved in the 23, not sure. Yamaha, why don't you send me one and I'll try it out for you. Let's get cracking. Number 5, and this is a no-brainer. This bike is not a rocket ship. Let's have a look at how it goes from 80 k's up to 100 k's an hour. Now that's not bad, it's quicker than most cars, but it is a little disappointing considering we're on a motorbike. However, what we need to consider, it's a 300cc motorbike, so of course it's not going to be a rocket ship. Now I'm not expecting it to be a rocket ship, but if somebody's making me come up with a list of things I don't like about this bike, one of those things is from 80 to 100 kilometers an hour, I wish it was just a touch faster. As you can see, she's still got plenty of oomph for overtaking, and if you keep the revs high, she can actually be quite sprightly. Number 4, how about some USB ports? Come on Yamaha, it's 2023. Now fair enough, this bike was built in 2022, but come on, even 2022, all vehicles should have USB ports somewhere. Currently I'm just using a quad lock universal switch that's hooked up to a USB port and then off to my wireless charger. And eventually down the track I'm going to hardwire some 12 volt ports and some USB ports into the bike that'll activate and get power when you've got the key in ignition, but at the moment this is just a crappy switch that's cable tied to the triple there. And if you haven't done it already, Yamaha, you really need to put phone connectivity in the R3. Number 3, the back brakes. Now they are mediocre or decent at best, but they need to be just a tiny little bit better. I don't ride too hard, so it's not too much of an issue, and I find the fronts bite in nicely and there's plenty of stopping power, but the back, it should just have a little bit more. Number 2, this stupid little decal. Yamaha, you did so well with the look of this bike. The R3 decal looks fine. The lines on the bike, everything about it looks absolutely incredible except for that stupid little sticker up the front. I'll be taking that off next time I give the bike a polish to make sure I don't leave any residue or crap behind. Number 1, and it's the throttle. The throttle can be a little bit touchy. Particularly you're coming into a corner, when you stay in third it's not too bad, but if you come back to second, trying to ease the throttle on to make it a smooth transition into the corner, it can be a little difficult sometimes, and the bike will either lurch, or if you haven't pulled it on enough you feel like she's going to fall over, and then you end up giving it a yank and then she definitely lurches. Now this is something that has reduced over time. It's not as bad as when I first started riding the bike, so maybe it's just something I need to get used to. But any bike I've ridden previously, I have not had this drama, and to be completely honest, it's like the rest of the points on this list, they're really not deal breakers. The bike is still bloody awesome, and I'm really trying to have to be picky here to come up with 5 things I don't like. And as usual, how's this view? Just a gorgeous day out for it. So you might have noticed from some of the earlier shots in this video that the bike is looking a bit dirty. She needs a good clean, so I headed down to Repco and I got this. The brand is Mother's. It's a Brazilian Canuba. I've never used this brand or this type before, but I'm going to give the bike a good wash and a good polish, and I'll report back, let you know how this goes. Reporting back, I've cleaned the bike. I'll get some footage of it and maybe put it up as a YouTube short tomorrow. It looks incredible. I'm really happy with that polish. I'll be using it again. So as usual, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate the time you take to watch these videos with me. So what did you think of my top 5 list? I think it was a bit lame because there's just not much about this bike I don't like. She is beautiful, she is gorgeous, and hopefully if things go well we'll be running it through a giveaway towards the end of this year. I'm not sure where I'm at with which bike I'm going to buy, but I tell you what, I am loving the Kawasaki Vulcan S. The stock availability on them is looking shocking. If any of you work for or know somebody who works for Kawasaki, get them to reach out and let me know how long it would take to get me a Vulcan S. And that goes for Yamaha and Honda and Suzuki as well. I'm getting pretty keen to get a bike. Righto, that's it for today. Put those phones down and get outside.